Hi everyone, welcome back to another tutorial on basics of MATLAB programming. In this tutorial, let us see if statements in MATLAB programming. There are several if statements, namely simple if, nested if else, and if else. Let us see simple if statement. This is general format for if statement. If expression is true, then the statements are executed, else it is not executed. Make a note one thing here, every if must have end keyword. The if control is completed here in this end. Let me demonstrate this through a simple code. Let's have a is 10. If a is equal to 0, then it will display a is 0 and also display a value. If a is not 0, it will simply display only a value. Let me check out a with the value of 10. The answer probably going to be 10 alone. It will not showcase this statement. Run this code. Now have a look at this. Only 10 is displayed here. Now let me make a change. A is 0. I'll run again. Now have a look at this. A is 0 and also the corresponding value. So this is how simple if statement works. Now let's move on to nested if statement. Nested if means if within if. Have a look at this if within this if. And also here is one if within this if. This kind of structure is called as nested if structure. If expression 1 is valid, then only it will execute the statement available inside this if. If expression 1 is not valid, straight away statement group 4 is executed. It will not execute the set of statement as well as if expressions available inside this. If expression 1 is valid, then what happens? Statement group 1 is executed. Then it will also check expression 2. If expression 2 is valid, statement group 2 is executed. In case expression 2 is not valid, it will skip the statement group. Straight away it is going to check expression 3. If expression 3 is satisfied, then it will execute statement group. If not, it will skip this statement group. I will demonstrate nested if statement through this code. This code is used to check the given number is even or odd number if the given number is non-zero. In case 0 is given to A, it will never execute the set of statement available here. Simply it will display out of nested if. I'll showcase this first. I'll run this code putting 0 here. So have a look at the result out of nested if. Since A is 0, what happened when I go with the odd number? This condition is valid. A is not equal to 0. So simply it will print A is not 0. Since it is odd number, the condition is false here. Straight away it will come out of this if condition. Then it will check here. Remainder of a comma 2 is not equal to 0. Of course, for an odd number which is not equal to 0, then it will display a is odd and then come out of this nested if. Also print this out of nested if. Let me showcase that. Run this code again. This time I am giving odd number 3. Have a look at this. A is not 0. A is odd out of nested if. These 3 statements are printed. In case if I give even number, say for example A with 4, what happened? Let me check out. Look at the result. A is not 0 once again. A is even and out of nested if. So this way nested if statement is working in MATLAB programming. And then Let us see if-else statement. This is general structure for if-else statement. If this expression is true, statement group number 1 is executed, else statement group 2 is executed. I'll demonstrate this if-else statement through a simple program once again. Now this is as usual to clear your command window as well as workspace. A is assigned with 3. If remainder of A by 2 is equal to 0, then it is even number. Else it is obvious that odd number. Okay. So I want to discriminate whether the given number is even or odd. Let me run this code with A as 3. You can see the result here. A is odd, A as 4, A is even. So this is how if-else statement is working. Now let us see how if-else statement is working. This is general format or structure for if-else statements. If logical expression 1 is true, statement group 1 is executed, or logical expression 2 is true, statement group 2 is executed. Logical expression number 3 is true, statement group 3 is executed. That means among these 3, any one is going to be true. For sake of clarity, I have given only 3 else if here. Depends on the application, you may have any number of else if statement. I will demonstrate this through a sample code. Have a look at this program. This program is to find out whether the given number is 0 or positive number or negative number. So according to our if-else if statement, any one among this is going to be true. I have assigned A with the value of -2. If A is equal to 0, it will display A as 0. Else if A is greater than 0, it will display a positive number. If less than 0, display a negative number. It is very important to note one thing here. I have only one if here, so that only one end. Else and if. There should not be any space between these two keywords. If you put space, obviously you have to add one more end. Let me run this code. Let me check it out. What is the resultant of this one? A is negative number. Since I assigned A with -2, it is giving negative number. Let me put 0. A is 0. Let me put some positive number. A is positive number. Let us see if-else statement. Once again, this is sample structure or the format for if-else statement. It is almost similar to if-else statement, except that if none of the condition is true, then there is a default statement. Whereas in the previous case, this is not present. I will demonstrate if-else through a sample code. Here, I have to check the given number A is 0, positive number, negative number, or a complex number. If A is equal to 0, it will display A is 0. Else if A is greater than 0, it will display A is a positive number. Else if A less than 0, it will display A is negative number. Otherwise, it will display A as a complex number. If none of these 3 conditions is true, then obviously it will display complex number. Let me run this code. A assigned with -2. So the result is going to be A is negative number. A with positive number. A is positive number is the result. A is 0. A is 0 is the result. Now let me go for some complex number. 2i. A is a complex number. So this way, if-else statement is working. I hope you enjoyed this video with the learning of if statement in MATLAB programming. For more updates, subscribe my channel.